on YouTube is Juice Audio, channel where I make videos about music production and reviewing audio gear. And today I'll be reviewing the Atom T7Vs. So before we get started, I just want to give you guys some context of where my ears are at and how I'm judging these monitors. So some monitors I worked on recently and in the past are going to be like the Yamaha HS5s, HS7s, HS5s with the sub. Then we got the Atom A7Xs, which I own at my home studio, and I've used at multiple other studios. Then we got the Atom A77Xs, which I really hate. And then we got the Atom A7Vs, which are alright. And then recently I've been working on the ATC 45As, which are a completely different price range. So now you guys understand that. Just take this review as a grain of salt. So getting into the review on these budget monitors, number one, I just want to start that they're budget monitors. I couldn't expect the most out of them. I've been really wanting to hear these because I have the Atom A7Xs at my home studio, which are more in the prosumer price range at about like $700 to $800 each speaker. And then these Atom T7Vs coming around $250 a monitor. So I've really been wanting to hear the hit and quality I would take jumping down to these monitors instead of having my other ones. So I have these monitors for about like 4 weeks now. Shout out HNZ for letting me borrow these. I've been able to make some beats on them and hear how they sound. So I just want to start with the treble of these monitors. The one thing that they really do well is that the high end is really nice and smooth and pleasing. It's bright, but it has all that nice clarity to it and a nice wide sound stage with these waveguides. So I love the high end on these. The only thing about the high end that I hear though is when I'm not playing music, they have a slight hiss. That's one pet peeve I have with monitors. If they have even just the slightest hiss, that's enough for me to not even want the monitors anymore. And the monitors that really have an extremely loud hiss are actually the Atom A7Vs, the new versions that just came out. Those are all digital amps and all that, but the hiss on those is hecka loud, which is just super annoying. So going down to the mid-range, on these is the only thing that lacks. I would say it's a little scooped. The mid-range is where it falls usually on a lot of monitors. Since working on, $13,000 monitors to these, which are $250, the difference between the monitors really comes down to the mid-range and how accurate and clear you hear it. The mid-range is what every speaker can produce. Some speakers can't play bass, some speakers can't play treble. So mixing the mid-range and getting the mid-range right is really what is most important when you mix. So coming back to these monitors, the mid-range on these lack a little bit. I wish they had a little bit more bite and edge to them, but the mid-range is pleasing. I don't want to say it's flat. I want to say it's a little dipped out. So going down to the bass is quite punchy and it extends super low. Actually, I feel like it extends way lower than my A7Xs. These woofers might be a little larger. The only bad thing about the bass is it's a little slow and you can hear the box, if you understand what I mean. The box on these monitors, you can kind of hear the woodiness and the woof of them, And it doesn't really help that these are re-reported because then they have some more bass buildup, bringing them closer to the wall. But that could be why they have more bass extension. As far as the look of these monitors, they're pretty ugly. To me, they look like Stonehenge. They kind of look like some Cyclops or something like that. Not the greatest look to them, but for the price, what do you expect, I'm really nitpicking on this review, to be honest. So coming around the back of the box, we have a few controls. You only get XLR and RCA input, which is an Atom thing. They don't put 1/4 inch on there for some reason, but that's fine. I usually use XLR. So to conclude, for the price, I definitely recommend these. I love Atoms, and I've used Atoms at a lot of studios and a lot of different versions of the Atoms, and for the price point, they really came through. These are great monitors, honestly. So to sum everything up, these are fun speakers. They're inspiring and fun to produce on. The cons of these is that they lack mid-range a little bit and they have a slight hiss when the volume's not on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe if you have any questions or any other reviews you want me to do, and cheers.